about that. Then come back and do my shrimp training. Um, because I got the whole night to get that knocked out, and it's only like 10 minutes worth of shrimp training, so it's not like a strenuous long thing that I need to do before, like with enough space before bedtime, so I'm not too energized to fall asleep. So I got at least 2.5 hours to get that knocked out of the way and still be rested for bedtime. Um, but I did want to give that update that unfortunately my energy has been all over the place. And I know the first like 4 or 5 days of it was because I was withdrawing from sugar because I went like 3 weeks drinking light brown sugar in my coffee. And I forgot that you go through sugar withdrawals. It's like having a low grade flu. For some people, it's like having a full blown flu. Um, like when you start keto and you're cutting out all the sugar from your diet. It can go through a keto, like a similar sugar withdrawal, similar symptoms and all like that. So I went through like 4 days of very low energy, and unless I'm still going through the withdrawal, because I know it could take like a week or two to come off of sugar when it's been in your system regularly like that, then I don't know really what's going on. All I know is I'll take a nap at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, wake up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 7:30 at night I'm ready to go to bed for the whole night. But I have to like force myself to stay up until like 9:30, 10, just so I can make sure that if I go to bed at 7:30 at night, I'm not waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like just waking up through the night because I've been in bed for too long, or getting like I get sore muscles when I lay in bed too long, even though I really need the rest. Another part of fibromyalgia, or just being in bed too long, is the combination of things. Fibromyalgia can give you nerve and muscle pain. So laying in the same position or even moving around, it just flares up your muscle pain. So you can't even get relaxation from rest sometimes, and you can't even be in bed sometimes. And then if you want to sit up on the couch, like your nerve pain flares up and you get stiff as a board. And it's very painful trying to unfold your limbs and shit and walk around. And then your ankles hurt and your knees hurt and you can't walk. And it's just bad. So, like, sometimes you just have a hard time being comfortable anywhere in your body. No position. There's nothing soft enough. There's nothing firm enough. There's nothing warm enough. There's nothing comfortable enough, and there's nothing you can do, and then you can't even get the energy to work out to push past it some days, to loosen your body back up. So I've been very tired for the last like almost a week now, and rest is not helping is what I'm saying. So even though I'm getting in bed at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and sleeping until like 4 or 5 o'clock, I wake up feeling like I didn't sleep at all. Coffee's not really helping. Like, it's getting me through the day, but it's not really providing that oomph that it normally does, because I'm just so fatigued that nothing's really touching it right now. And I'm eating plenty of fruits and veggies. Um, I'm eating some carbs. Like, I have brown rice in there, but I bought some white rice because I just had a taste for it. So I've had that yesterday and today with some ground turkey burgers that I made. Um, And I have had a little bit of sugar in my coffee over the last couple of days, but not like every single cup of coffee. So I'm not too worried about that influencing my weight or anything like that, because it's not like a lot of it. Um, so in moderation, so I'm not freaking out about that. But I would like to eventually go back to sugar free entirely. So I'm working on that. But there is a slight possibility that it might be the bananas. I've long since thought I might have an allergy to bananas or a sensitivity that makes my fibromyalgia worse. And I bought the bananas on the first, and I've been eating quite a bit of them because I bought 3 bundles of it, like 3 bundles of bananas, because I wanted regular fruit every day. And I've gone through 1.5 bushels or whatever you want to call it since the first, and it's only the fifth. So I've been eating quite a lot of bananas, like 7 bananas between the first and the fifth. So like at least almost 2 bananas a day. So that's not exorbitant or anything like that, but it's more fruit than I normally eat throughout the weeks, and it's been every single day. And my energy has totally tanked, so I don't know if that there's some correlation, but like I try to keep track when my energy is really bad of like anniversaries, whether it's death anniversaries or breakup anniversaries or trauma, like severe trauma anniversaries or current stresses that are going on or my diet, like certain foods that I may have reintroduced. And right now, there's no anniversaries, there's nothing major going on right now. So I'm like, it can only be the food that I'm eating. There's nothing else. I haven't been jogging regularly enough for that to be a flare up cause. Um, Even though I did jog on Saturday and it's now Tuesday, so that would be 3 days worth of fatigue if that had anything to do with it. But I don't think it was the jogging because that gave me so much energy. You would think it would be a really quick decline in energy if it had caused a flare up. You don't normally get a spike of energy and then crash with fibromyalgia. Usually you crash pretty quickly after the exercise, if not during the exercise. At least that's how it works for me. So I don't think it was the 10-minute jog, 5-minute jog, because it was only 5 minutes worth of jogging, and it wasn't strenuous, fast jogging. It was very slow, like marathon style jogging, where you're trotting more than you're jogging. Um, so I'm not sure what's going on with me, but I did hear, looking through YouTube videos about fibromyalgia, that certain foods can cause you to have significant fibromyalgia flare-ups, and they did have a picture of a banana in the video. And so I'm wondering if that's not one of those fruits that might be one of those tricky things for people with fibromyalgia, that causes a lot of flare-ups in a lot of people. So I was trying to get allergy style testing done for my fibromyalgia, but I haven't been able to get around to it yet. So I don't know what foods my body aren't handling well. I know it doesn't respond too well to gluten. And I noticed that when I was at the group home that my energy would tank anytime I had to eat a lot of gluten, which is what they were feeding us, so many carbs, that I was sick. And my energy was very low the whole time I was at the group home for the 7 months. So I know too many carbs makes me, like, diet is huge with fibromyalgia. A lot of clean eating helps with the energy crisis that we have. So I try to eat like at least 75% clean for every day. Um, is what I try to do. So I just don't know what's going on with me right now. I'm in a flare up. It's obvious I'm in a flare up. It's not a pain flare up other than whatever happened with my knee the other day. It is a fatigue flare up, and I don't know where it's coming from. Um, oh, I know what it is. My cycle's getting ready to start. Sorry, guys. I totally forgot. It's late. I don't know what's going on with it. It's supposed to be on today. And last month it came. I guess it's just being in your 30s. Your cycle goes all over the place because it came on the 1st last month. It's supposed to have been on the 5th. And now today is the 5th. It's supposed to be today. It hasn't come on today. And until the day, like the month I turned 30, is what literally, as soon as I turned 30, the cycle after that birthday, it went off, and it's been off ever since then. It used to come on the 23rd every single month, or the 25th every single month. I forget which day it was exactly. For the time since the time my cycle started till I was 30, it was either the 23rd or the 25th of the month on the day to the T. As soon as I hit 30, it hit on a different day, and I was like, what the fuck? And it's just been all over the place. 17th, 22nd, 1st. Now it's gone from the 23rd to the 1st of the month, from the 1st of the month to the 5th of the month, and now it's back to the 1st of the month. Now it's the 5th, and it's late. So I'm like, I don't know where it is. I have no idea. So I don't know when it's going to come on, but that's probably why my energy's been so bad. I totally forgot about that. So this is a pointless video. But just goes to show that anything can make your fibromyalgia flare up. Like, women have energy crisis around their cycle anyway. But with fibromyalgia, rather than being a little tired or a little lacking in energy, you'll be in bed all day long, and I'm not even on my cycle yet. So it hits you hard. And like where some women can power through and work out on their cycle, like it's a no-go. And that's this month, because normally I can work out on my cycle, but this month I'm in a flare-up, so I'm not able to do much of anything right now. So it's just a particularly bad month, and I'm still not sure why it's so bad, but I'm just in a flare up. So something still must be triggering it beyond it just being a cycle, because I walk regularly on my cycle because it helps with the cramps, it helps the blood flow, it helps everything along. And so I like to walk on the days that I have my cycle on for energy reasons, for cramping, just for health, and to keep on track, to help with the bloating, keep my weight from creeping up while I'm on my cycle, from the inflammation and the water retention and all that stuff. But I got a feeling I'm gonna be a week behind on my exercise routine, this new exercise routine, for about a week this time around, and I gotta have a little grace for myself. I do have a chronic, lifelong central nervous system disorder, so I'm in a flare up, and the energy is not there. So it's not a lack of discipline. I'm very disciplined when it comes to my working out. I'm like 97% disciplined with my diet. So enough that I can consistently lose weight. It's just it takes a while with fibromyalgia to see results from doing everything the right way. So I gotta work on some things, but I will get there. Like I said, I have lost 30 pounds over this past year through diet. No exercise, just diet. And this time I'm adding strength training into the mix with diet and exercise. And I'm hoping that'll be the trigger point that kind of kickstarts my body out of this fibromyalgia stagnation, because it really, between the anorexia that I had, the fibromyalgia, and the antipsychotic medications that I'm on, my body doesn't like losing weight, is scared to lose weight because it thinks it's going to go back into starving again. It just triggers a lot in my brain, remembrance of starving myself for months and months and being at an unhealthy body weight and all this stuff. So it just gets freaked out when I'm dieting and exercising a whole lot and losing weight. It doesn't like that concept. So it's very stubborn when it comes to losing weight. So I can be doing everything right, like I was for the first like 3 months of being in this apartment, and I didn't lose anything but like 2 inches off my body, but no pounds. And then I ended up overeating at maintenance calories and for a while, and didn't realize I was. Plus, the more weight you lose, the less your maintenance calories is or are. So you got to readjust and eat less than that if you want to keep losing weight, and you got to eat like 500 less than that anyway to lose a pound per week. So, you got to tailor that stuff as you lose weight and keep eating at a reduced amount, or increase your exercise to meet that 500 calorie deficit every day to lose a pound per week. And I'm not losing a pound per week because of all the things I just mentioned about my body history. Like, I lose inches, I lose a pound like a month, and I'm lucky if I even get that. Like, it's very, very slow. But it comes off eventually, which is why I only lost 30 pounds in a year, where some people lose 100 pounds in a year. I could never lose 100 pounds in a year in the body that I'm set up with, but I could lose 30 in a year. So that's what I'm working towards. So yeah, long video, sorry about that, but I just wanted to do an update, a health fitness update, tell you guys what's going on with me. I'm in a flare up, and I think I'm gonna pause this week on my exercise. I might go walking 2-3 days this week. I might attempt to do strength training a couple days this week, like tonight, but I think I'm gonna pause on the jogging, let my knee recover a couple more days. I know I'm not set to jog again until Saturday, so I probably will be on my cycle by then, and I probably will have a little bit more energy by then. Be over the worst part of my energy crisis, so I probably will jog on Saturday and Sunday. and try to do my shrimp training like I need to. But I'm thinking right at this exact moment, I'm gonna go for like a 15-minute walk before it gets dark. So, love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.